I'd like to buy a vowel. What's up, everybody? It's Luke James, not the singer. If you're an indie artist looking for an album review and some promo, you can hit up Luke at redmattersite.com. And what I have for you boys and girls today is my review for the FRSHRZ mixtape, Summer Invasion. FRSHRZ are made up of Dre, Styles, Archa, and Scanduce, and they hail from London, England. So to check out them and their music, links, social media, etc., just peep the information posted underneath this video. Now this album is all about the remixes, or as they call it, refixes, because what they've done here is taken some old and new tracks and reproduced them. Right from the start we get a fun and funky song called I Can't Lose, and this one gets the instrumental and vocals from Mark Ronson's song called I Can't Lose. It's just a fun and funky track with some braggy bars about fast cars, drinking gin, and winning, so I like the way they kick this off kinda lighthearted, and they have a good chemistry as they go back and forth with their flows. And FRSHRZ really shine as well when they come with those smooth vibes. They rework Omar's song The Man on their song called The Man. They take Eric Benet's instrumental from News For You for their song News For You, and they get this jazzy song going on where they're rapping about different things in the world like education, love, wisdom, and family. And Lovely gets its beat from Fat Cat's song called Lovely, and these were just a couple of my favorite songs. On The Man, they go into a bit of detail about what it takes to be a man, stuff like working hard, holding down a job, and respecting women. And I really like that first verse on Lovely because it has a romantic style to it, and it just really fits the feel of the track. Another favorite song of mine is LDN Posse, which gets its beat from the song Sexy Girl by LDN Posse, and this one has a nostalgic boom bap vibe to it. And I like that line about how these days people just rap, they don't really MC, because that's kind of how it's going in hip-hop right now. Not saying that it's in a hopeless place, because there are still a lot of rappers who take their lyrics seriously, but it just seems like a lot of people out there are kind of bullshitting and not taking it as seriously. At least not as serious as back in the 90s, but if you're Vince Staples, I guess you don't agree with that. I don't know if you guys have read that article about how he was saying some shit about how the 90s is overrated, but that's a whole other topic, and I'm not going to get into that right now. But on the song Poooknockaaah, there's a similar sentiment when it said that DJs used to check for your records, but now they want to check for your records. So it's pretty cool how the FRSHRZ have an appreciation for hip-hop's old ways. But I found Poooknockaaah to be a little bit weird because the beat was just distorted, jumbled, and all over the place. And Future was kind of strange to me as well because it had these house drums going on and some echoey vocals that just made the song sound kind of distant, and I think that was on purpose, but I wasn't a big fan of that. So these were two tracks that I felt were a little bit out of place, and they were my two least favorite tracks on here. Now FRSHRZ also get at the hatin' lion-ass MCs on their song You Can Rate Me Now, and as you probably could have guessed, this gets the instrumental from Puff Daddy and Nas's song, You Can Hate Me Now. And then they tackle Janet Jackson's instrumental from No Sleep, and here they rap about some sexual stuff on the last verse with bars about tongues licking and legs twitching, and they also make some references to some of Janet Jackson's past work and just show appreciation to her for the queen that she is. And overall, I thought this was a very solid mixtape, and I definitely recommend it. I'd like to hear them on some more original production just to see what they can do, but they picked some great beats here, and they really lived up to the production, I think. I think they had some nice flows on here, they sound good, they have great chemistry, so I give this one a 3.5 out of 5. But that's just what I thought about it. Check it out for yourself, and let me know in the comments section what you think. And of course, make sure you do all that good YouTube and social media stuff, where you like my videos, you share them, you follow me on Twitter, you retweet the videos, and you especially subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching, everybody. I'll see you next time.